Hi, remote. Welcome to this very special session. I have somebody that care a lot for me, and I'll be super happy to introduce this person. But because this is a generation workshop, webinar, sorry, the workshop was a topic. Let's start first with a short introduction to the community. We have almost 100 registration today, so we might wait a couple of more minutes. But we're gonna play a bit, hear what we got for you. We have the loudy music, so we're on butter. You have a player below your screen, so you can reduce the sound, you can cut the sound, do whatever you want. And because you are the first, you can start to play with us. It's a very nice icebreaker. You just have to click on the avatar that represents the most your emotional state right now. So you can see me. I'm the happy one. And when you're clicking, you have a optional question, what to expect from a community. So meaningful connection, of course, obviously. And you just have to click on submit and hear a beautiful icebreaker with no effort thanks to the Better Scene application. I see that Tobias is already an expert, and I hope you have that kind of fun. Also, you can have even more fun in Butter because you have a React menu where you can send, thumbs up, love, whatever. The React menu is on the left side from the screen, and you'll need it, believe me. So let's wait a little bit. Who wants to participate to our icebreaker? We still have something like 20 seconds to welcome new participant, onboard everybody on this funky icebreaker. And of course, we can also experiment this nice soundboard from Butter. This sound is my favorite. Okay.
I know it's your favorite voice.
Ash, you're not allowed to speak before your introduction, Mr. Creator. Anyway, we're done with the icebreaker, and I see that some participants, are seeking some fun, ID, meaningful connection, and support, share resource. Learn more about Miro. Everything is here in this Air Generation community. And even if it's not the Miro community, it's a side community from Miro community, but welcome to the Air Generation. So let's move a bit forward into this show because, as I told you, we are a community. The Air Generation is the biggest remote community. We are over than 7,000 followers, and we're joining together to get inspired, get connect, and learn things. Of course, a lot of Miro. It's a global community, so you can find and meet people from Asia, United States, South America, and of course Europe, but also now India and a bit of Africa. So I guess the world is at the Air Generation, and joining this community, if you're not already on the hub, you can just flash this QR code and you will access to exclusive content and many resources, also one-to-one mentoring to accelerate your growth. So I can't wait to mentor you and meet you at the Air Generation Hub. Those great brands are the fuel of the Air Generation because we need an environment where we can play together remotely. And Miro, of course, is the heart of this community, but also Butter, the environment where we're joining online all the time, is, I guess, one of the best place remotely to drive your remote experiences. So last but not least, most of the Air Generation members are freelancers, solopreneurs, and we have found with and discovered the best source of tech design and product role on hybrid or full remote from Germany to the world. So join us and be a member, and I'm sure it can really change your life. At the end of the day, because we are a community, we love to reward you guys. And believe me, any participant have the chance to win one of our 330 euro, not dollar, euro coupon on the template shop, the Airspring shop we have developed for you. It's very easy. You just have to be engaged and on Butter. Believe me, any chat, any thumbs up, any emoji reaction will be tracked in this engagement analytics. So I know exactly who will be our dream winner. We will announce it tomorrow online. My biggest question for you guys, are you ready to rock? Yeah, I see a lot of thumbs up, but you can even click on the screen. This everywhere is interaction on Butter. And I guess we will almost be ready to start. So before we deep dive in this first topic, let's close those wonderful thumbs up. And let's start to introduce. All right, buckle up because this next creator is not any creator. It's the creator that's gonna blow your mind today. Deb Haas, the woman who didn't just leave corporate, she just detonated. After 24 years at Accenture, she tackled the organization chart for Purple Crow and become a full-time pattern disruptor. You can call her a creator, and yeah, if you like the unicorn, you're just at the right place. What makes her a legend? She starts to write a 404 HR Not Found newsletter a couple of time ago, and here we met each other online. Yeah, she was so disruptive and omnipresential on LinkedIn. This girl can publish from 5 to 6 posts every day on LinkedIn. Could you beat it? But she's a professional vocalist, and I discovered lately running the community from time to time. You can find some trace and some evidence in the hub if you're making some archaeology. But what's up for today? She's bringing to us the remote cultural playground. It's a 60-minute jam session where we teach and work icebreaker and build actual connection without any burnout. So her main mantra, I know you love it, camera optional, curiosity required. So if you're ready to hear from Deb, I'm so happy to welcome Deb officially as a true creator for the Air Generation program. So welcome, Deb, and ready to go.
Do I finally get to speak? You know, it's been really hard for me to keep my mouth shut this whole time, Boris.
So maybe I'll start with my first question to you, Deb. Who are you really?
Who am I really? I'm a sparkle-hearted rebel misfit, according to the folks on LinkedIn. That's who I am. Yeah, I'm a 56-year-old woman living in Minneapolis with my husband, and I have 3 cats. And I have a corporate career behind me, and I'm building a business from scratch, not knowing what the heck I'm doing and making it up as I go and having an absolute freaking blast. And I cannot tell you how thankful I am that I stumbled into one of Boris's rooms last October. It's been a year. And I was immediately blown away by the quality of what I was seeing and experiencing. And I was like, whoever these people are, I need to follow them because they know what the heck they're doing. So it's been a crazy journey since then. That's who I am.
Amazing. So when I first met you, I didn't have this impression that you have spent 24 years at Accenture. So maybe you already have the burnout at Accenture, or I don't know what's happened to you. But anyway, what was the exact moment when you knew you have to blow this all and reinvent yourself?
Oh gosh, I'm not going to give you the whole story because anyone who follows me on LinkedIn has gotten the whole story multiple times.
Send
Um,
me a thumbs up if you're following Deb on LinkedIn already. I just want to see those. Yeah.
so, and I had some other friends who were like seriously, like, how did you work at Accenture for 24 years? Like, you don't seem to fit the Accenture mold. And it literally, well, I was laid off, y'all. I would have still been at Accenture right now if it wasn't for artificial intelligence and the current environment that we're in right now. I would still be there. And
Would I say that the AI saved your life?
it totally did. It totally did. Oh my God. Of course, I'm going to totally steal
Amazing.
that now.
Amazing.
It AI for me has just been amazing, but that's a whole nother thing. But it literally was, y'all. I experienced grief from losing my father. I experienced burnout. I got notified that I was going to get laid off. Had 6 months to hire. I had to interview and hire my replacement and train them. And then I got laid off. And then, anyone who's been out there knows what the current job market is like, at least here in the US, and it's crap. And when I looked at all the roles that were available for someone with my previous experience, based on titles and based on where I worked, none of it was what I wanted to do in the future. And none of it was even close. And so my first business coach was like, Deb, you could do HR, you could do a fractional job in HR, but in a year and a half, you're going to be burnt out again and you're going to be responsible for finding your clients. And I was like,
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
cannot do that. I need to
Exactly.
find what lights me up.
So finally, you start to write this first newsletter. I think you start on LinkedIn newsletter, as we had this discussion a couple of times. Like, every good newsletter starts on a LinkedIn newsletter. And before they're moving, I guess, on BI a couple of months after. So for HR Not Found, it was somewhere, a manifest to enforce the company think on their approach on remote work culture in the company, something like that.
So Accenture is a company of 700,000, 800,000 employees. And when you're there for that long, it is your whole world. That's the world that you exist in. And you can't see it because just like a fish in water can't see the water that it's swimming in, when you're in that environment, you don't see, or you see the dysfunctions, but you're just like, oh, that's just the way it is. Nothing I can do about it. And then when I was laid off and I was actually out there talking to other people, seeing that this was not just the company I worked for. This is not pandemic. That's not the right word. Endemic. It's endemic to all businesses that they have these really crappy cultures and that they treat their people like they're widgets in a factory rather than actual human beings doing the work. And if they really do believe that the humans, the people in their company, are their most important asset, why aren't they treating them that way? Like that was it. I didn't get it. And then all of my HR buddies, we've been through hell, y'all. I'm just saying. I know a lot of folks have different feelings about HR. I have so much to say about that, but there was a lot of pain and stress and agony in a lot of my HR folks. And I was like, we need to lighten up, y'all. We need to laugh. And if part of that laughing is me getting like serious about what these companies, like the absurdity that's happening in the corporate culture, then I'll create a newsletter. And it was literally an experiment for us. Little experiments are what life is about. And it was an experiment. I was using AI and I was like, can I make a satirical newsletter?
We agree that this newsletter reached almost 2,000 readers in no time, and it's why you decided to move on, maybe with a bigger project, and maybe we'll have the time also to present your new newsletter project.
Okay, so now you're gonna make me get all like, okay, so here's the deal. I've always loved creativity. I was a singer from an early age. And when I was growing up, it was like, you can't make money being an artist. You can't make money singing. You can't, and it was all focused on, you need to make a living. You need to, and so I kind of threw those dreams to the side, being able to write, being able to create, being able to like pictures and stuff like that. I love that picture by Rebel. I love Rebel so much. And then when this whole thing happened, like when you have this big of a cataclysm in your life, like when something this huge happens, where I literally thought I would be working at this company for the rest of my life. I'd been there for almost 3 decades. Well, it's a little bit, but and it was like, what do I love? What do I want to do? And AI came along, and suddenly it was like the issues that I had with writing, which was, and I was diagnosed as ADHD, which I didn't know just this past December.
Congratulations. Welcome to the team.
Neurospicy for the win. It made me see that it wasn't a failing in me. It was simply the way my brain operated. And now I had a tool that would help me work with my brain.
Fantastic.
So that I could actually produce stuff.
And as a good professional, maybe this one should interest also our remotes today. From most of the you call yourself one of the long list of role you're calling yourself, but one is a pattern disruptor. Can you give an example of a kind of workplace pattern you love to disrupt, and what are you replacing from pre-disruption, post-disruption? What is in concrete? What does that look?
So I love pattern disruptor. Like that happened in a design thinking call that I had with a gentleman named Arne from he's from the Netherlands, and he does the Future Skills Academy.
Okay.
And he was saying that change is disrupting patterns. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like change can't happen if you just keep following the same thing. And so that idea of a pattern disruptor starts to show up everywhere in my life. Number one, business and corporations and work has become this drudgery. It's so gray and colorless, and people are freaking miserable all over the world. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be this way. We could actually have fun and play at work, but for some reason, it's not professional. And I'm like, so why don't we redefine what professional is? Why don't we put the human back in the equation? And so it literally is this thing of where I look at the way that things are, I see how people feel in them, and then I'm like, well, what would be a different way to do that? Like, it's just a question. Like, it's always like, and of course I have wonderful people like Nicole is here listening. Nicole, I see you out there. She has a doctorate in organizational psychology. And the woman, she worked in HR forever, and she can see the BS that is rife in businesses, and she just calls it out. And she's like we joke about how we were probably witches in a different life, in an earlier life, burned at the stake together, and that's why we have this connection. Because really, we have very little in common other than that, but we just have this. And she is always giving me the actual technical names of why companies are doing what they're doing, why it doesn't work. And then I, of course, run with it. And I'm like, yes, this is people inspire me. This collaborating with other humans is where my ideas come from. I don't come up with them. I'm not that person who comes up with them on my own. It's being around other humans, interacting with other humans, collaborating with them, that always sparks ideas, So thanks, Nicole.
And I might have a question for our dear member participant. So would you take with me this delightful poll for a couple of more minutes? What's your remote team culture vibes right now, guys? I'm pretty sure if you're in the AI generation track, most of you are remote worker or digital nomad or whatever. So you can select from the list, all the list. But think about it. What's the kind of and of course, Deb, you can participate from your experience. Okay, a couple of more minutes. I'll see. Like we still have 7 participants in the track.
Yeah, you'll just have to click on the screen. Just click on whichever the one on the screen.
Select what you think is the good assumption to resume. And I can have a little, but make it not too loud, because I know some of you, they don't like to have too loud music in the head. Okay, three more participants, a couple of more seconds.
Nicole's on the mobile. Oh, Nicole.
I tell what, you're connected everywhere. So, guys, here are the results. Most of the people are check out and going through the motion. So, yeah, and of course, vibing is good, but playfulness. And I think that exactly where you're standing, Deb, with your playground. So, let's make another quick question transition before we go to your playground and the people can enjoy, of course, this wonderful, wonderful mirror board you have designed with the air generation team. So basically, you're working at the interaction of design thinking, neurodivergence, so with Nicole, and emotional intelligence. How does that, unique lens change the way your design team experiences?
Gosh, I first and foremost for me, if I'm not having fun, that's not fun. And why would I? So I guess I always look at where is the way that, and also there's this whole thing of where, I don't know if it's my ADHD or what, but I'm one of those people who can see past the masks usually. Like I can see people who they are at their heart. Like there may be a bunch of complaints, there may be, they may be angry or they may be sad or whatever. And I can see past the masks sometimes. And so people have told me they love my energy. They say that my energy gives them permission to be themselves. And that to me is the best thing in the world. That, if me being myself gives you permission to be yourself, then I'm going to keep bringing that to everything. So I guess that's where the neurodivergent and the, I'm just being myself. This is the me that's not masking after 24 years at Accenture.
Great. But maybe that's a question because I guess most of the participants here also have this intuition that most of the remote worker but not the remote worker like I have to go 4 days at my office, but the people that just design a job around being remote. I have this intuition that most of us in reality feel very comfortable from the screen. Also, most of the TDAG or autistic trouble
Well,
have
and
the
for me, it's
security
an
with the
introvert.
screen.
Boris, for me, it's an introvert thing. So
Yeah,
I've been remote since 2006 because I figured out really quickly that when I went into an office, and I did the office thing, y'all. I did the nylons, I did the dresses. I was professional dress at Accenture back in the day. And I could tell you about driving in Houston traffic with roll down windows and no air conditioning and hiking my skirt up because it was so flippin' hot. And I realized that I had no control over the people that I would. And if you know anything about introvert, it has nothing to do with whether you like people or not. It has to do with your energy. And when you're, as an introvert, you are self energizing. Like you store up your battery by spending time by yourself, doing the things that make you happy. That's how your battery charges. Extroverts, they charge from their surroundings, from the people around them. And when I was in an office, I had no control over if I would encounter an energy vampire or not. And like you would feel like you were hijacked. It's like all of a sudden this person comes into your space, they're talking to you, and all of a sudden you're like, oh God, I'm so freaking exhausted. And so remote for me is literally, if you want me to be functional, if you want me to be this, like at least pretty nice, you got to let me have some time where there's no other human beings around me. That's the reality.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm totally in. And what would be your recommendation if we have maybe some, new or young remote guys that, facing this kind of situation? To a bit fast track as the fact that, okay, TDHD, check, done. Let's go. Let's move
let's
on.
do it. You probably don't want to do it the way that I did, which was literally getting fired from a company because I kept not showing up to work. But for me, I was always looking for the opportunities that would allow me to be remote. That was what I focused on. And at first it was like I wasn't getting paid as much, but over time, as I built up a reputation of someone who could be reliably counted on to show up when I needed to produce what I needed to produce, it became a lot easier to find a role.
Okay. Okay, make total sense. I think, yeah, it doesn't have to be the hard way forever. And now
No.
yeah, let's onboard the curve to the playground. I just have this one question from your AI confidential program. It's something very disruptive. You have started to open, aside your generation engagement, and I think this is the traits of your immense creativity. You're the woman from one ID per second, but you're implementing them. That's what scared me sometime. But yeah, let's speak about those 40 plus women, that deserve to move on tech, facing fear from tech creativity. What's up? What's up with your AI complete control?
So I'm one of those people who I did not learn AI from a course. It was literally like, oh, what is this thing? I'm that person who, whenever there's a new tool, I'm like, ooh, what is this? What can it do? And so I started playing with ChatGPT, and suddenly my husband saw the top of my head for like 4 months because I was totally engrossed in what I was learning. And I learned a lot just from trying and failing and figuring out things. And then I was hearing other people talk about AI, and their experience was completely different from mine. They're like, oh, everything sounds generic, everything. And I'm like, what are you doing? What am I doing that's different than what you're doing, that my stuff isn't generic? That I'm using AI to write posts. People are telling me how awesome it is. And yet you're saying all AI is what? Something's wrong. There was a disconnect there. And then I realized, you know what? First of all, people think that AI is a tech tool, and it's not. It's a language tool. And if you can speak or you can write, you can be incredibly effective with AI. And then I was looking at women my age who were like, I am taking care of my work. I'm in a high position, at work, that I'm having to, bust butt to kick ass at work. I have a husband, I have kids, I have parents I'm taking care of, I have, pets and all of these other things in their life. They're like, I can't learn another thing. And I was like, okay, so the way of teaching tech, where you like, this is an LLM, this is a book, that isn't working. We need to do this in a fun way, make it seem like it's a way for you to unlock your creativity. And so that's how AI Confidential came about. It was like, hey, this is how I learned to prompt, and I'm having fun with it, and I feel like it's really expanded my abilities. I'm not worried about the productivity. I'm not. I
Great.
mean, I know how to do it, but that's not my focus. My focus is on unleashing within you the creativity that's there that you haven't been able to express because you've been too busy.
I'll be super happy to promote the link to your program in the chat. You can pass it if you have it somewhere in a copy paste, or we'll put it on the replay link. I think this program is absolutely what the people need to learn, like unleash their creativity, unleash their capacity to be more autonomous. And also, I think most of the journey of the entrepreneur and solopreneur have met so far, and we are more and more in the hub, speaking, helping each other, has been driven by the AI really helped me to be the people I want, and to write the professional project I want to write. So I think it's really a matter of freedom. We're speaking about getting.
Boris, let me say one thing before you come in. You have created a community of abundance, okay? And this is a huge change from the way the world operates, which is scarcity. And so you give generously of your time and of your talent and of your skills to this community, and that is built into it. So when I saw that,
so you are.
when I saw that, I was like, this is a community that I'm in and that I'm going to be in for good, because I live in a world of abundance. And
okay, amazing. So, Deb, it's really the time to move to the playground. I think I can chit chat forever with you, but I know the people, they just want the mirror board.
Let's get in. Let's get in the board. Let's play.
Let me know about this remote culture playground. You promise laughter, surprise, insight, and ideas. What's the untold story from this culture playground, remote culture playground template we're gonna present?
So for some, and I just had this conversation with Sylvia on LinkedIn just recently, that we downplay childhood. We and we think children, but when you look at what it was like to be a child, like approach things with creativity and with childlike wonder, Like when I get a bunch of people into a board and we're playing and I get them out of their productive business professional brain into their, hey, I wonder what would happen if I did this. What if I take this stick and do, I mean, when you get them into that place, you create things that wouldn't have happened otherwise. And so this playground is my like one little piece of the type of thing that I love to do with human beings, especially adult human beings, because it's wonderful to see them light up when they start to remember the things that they used to love and that they haven't had the time for. And it's like, let's actually figure out a way for you to have time for that and have it actually help you in your business. That's basically what this
Yeah,
is.
but thank you so much for the story. And yeah, we're good for go now to move into this wonderful new mirror board we have produced. Thanks to Clotilde. I think
Clotilde.
she's around. Clotilde, yes, of course.
Oh, Clotilde.
So
Oh, man, lady. Oh, absolutely love it.
a full bunch of love. So yeah, you guys might be all around a first board. Do you want to introduce this question to our audience? I think
Yeah,
it's the
of
time.
course.
You can't speak, guys, but you can write down those damn notes. So it's up to you, Deb.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Let me go ahead and you interrupt me, Boris, if I get talk, because I know you know me,
Yeah,
karaoke host.
you're
I can talk forever if you give me a microphone. Okay, so the question at the top of the board is, what's something you used to love doing but haven't done in a long time? Now, for those of you who are new to mural boards, all you have to do is click on one of the pretty pink stickies on there. And as soon as you click on it, you should be able to start typing and,
so
and giving your responses.
let's put 5 minutes on the clock, and yeah, let's bring some funk.
And this could be anything from childhood, it could be your teenage years, it could be your young adult, it could be just from like a year ago, or maybe something you did pre-pandemic that you haven't touched since the pandemic. I know me personally, reading has been really difficult since the pandemic, like being able to focus. Um, Also, like if there was, something like a hobby or a craft or something you used to do on the weekends or some things you did in school. And I'll say one more thing and then I'll let you courage to cheat. Look at other people's stickies. Seriously, because something else that someone else writes down might spur an idea for you. So cheat, please.
Should I share a bunch of these wonderful icons?
Oh, yeah. Instructions. So, y'all. Okay, so you're gonna see this lovely board there. There's a whole bunch of castle like in a row, like or down in a column. Castle. Like claim one of the castles, right? And you're gonna. Some of you might further down because other people are gonna grab the first top couple of castles, and you're gonna claim a playground as your own. And I just realized we didn't put a name or anything where you could put your name on it. But I think if you put your name on one of the things I used to love doing, just drop your name into whichever castle you claim. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take some of the ones from the board. Now, I would encourage you not to go grab them from the brainstorm, but now we've already brainstormed. Pick 2 to 3, maybe 4 at most of the things that you used to love doing, or something that someone else wrote that as soon as they wrote it, you were like, oh, I love that too. Pick like 3 to 4 of those and put them on the yellow stickies next to the castle. Did that make sense? And
yeah, first step. Let's go to the first step.
This is my fucking castle.
No, we didn't have this intuition. We have to put a sticky place for the people to appropriate. So if you want to use this, this first note I have designed, you can if you put your name on.
If you want to make a copy of it, you just have to like click on it, and I think you can right click and copy, or you can just use Command C or Control C, depending on whether you're on a Mac or on a Windows. And we're going to give you, I don't think we need 10 minutes for this first part, Boris. I think we only need like maybe 3 or 4 minutes for this first part.
We have the 10 minutes for the whole.
Oh, this is for the whole thing?
Yes,
okay.
So it's
all right.
like a race at the end of the day.
It's a race. Well, it looks like people already have, what's funny is that the second castle has not been claimed. It's funny that someone grabbed the first castle, but nobody grabbed the second castle. Is anyone lost? So, okay. I know I do my best to make it psychologically safe. So I'll understand totally if you don't want to come off moot and say that, I don't know what we're doing, but you could type it in the chat, or you could change your name and then ask it, or honestly, none of us are going to remember who you are. So if you're having problems finding a castle and landing on it, let us know and we will help direct you to it. So if anyone's having any issues at all, please raise your hand because we don't want you to be left out on your own.
I found a castle for you, Deb. Look at the chat.
Now, is that Disney World or is that Disney Paris? Have you been to Disney Paris? Is it crazy?
Yeah. It's crazy while you're paying a lot and you're making a file to make, one attraction, and it's time to get home. So yeah, I'm not pretty convinced about the return on investment with
you know what?
Disney, yes, but for us, no.
You're paying for the experience is what you're paying for. Like you will always remember, even if it cost you a freaking arm and a leg, you will always remember that time with your family. Okay, so it looks like folks are doing pretty well.
It's intuition that the team is performing well, so you can drive them to the next stage.
Yeah, so the next section of that is
we have a wonderful share screen. Oops.
Are we doing
good?
Go on. So the next section is the rainbow cloud section, which I absolutely love. So when you look at the items that you put there that are things that you used to love doing that you haven't done in a while, there's usually some sort of energy associated with those. So I would look at the ones that you selected and start to think about what are the energies that are common in those. I recommend not thinking about it too much, y'all, because it's literally, there's no right answer. There's no way to do it right. There's no way to do it perfect. It literally is you checking in with that activity with yourself and asking yourself, how did that make me feel? Like, what was the energy that was there? Was it, oh my God, y'all, my glasses. Was it focus? Was it playfulness, curiosity? And we've left a green sticky there that says something else because there may be some other energy that we haven't captured in the 7 different energies we have listed here. Totally possible. And that may be one that you want to name. So you can just give it something else. On the green sticky, you can name it something else. So you're going to want to pick at least one energy. We need you to have at least one energy. But if there's more than one, there's 3 little spots next to the cloud where it says energy 1, energy 2, energy 3. And go ahead and either drag those existing ones over there or create the one on the green one and just drop it on those energies. Wow, y'all are like busting ahead with this. This is so awesome. Oh, and I love the colors. They just make me so happy. Clotilde, woman, I don't know. Y'all, Clotilde designed this whole thing. And she did it from me, like giving her like an outline of like, this is what this is. And she created this board that every time I look at it, makes me feel seen.
that's the purpose of the creator program. I have one question for you guys working. All the little art looks to be almost ready to be part of the Cosmo Reaction sticker pack.
Yeah.
I just want to know if you like them and if you want us to, of course, embed those little sticky hearts in our collection soon. Yeah, I guess Clotilde, you will have a couple of more hours of work on these stickers. I'm sorry for you.
Clotilde.
It's 10 to 3. I know Clotilde vote against, of course.
This is one of those cases of where you perform so well that you end up getting more work.
Anyway, the result is democratic. It's in the chat, so it's another example of the power of Butter. You can really set up on the fly poll like you never think to prepare, so you can grab very fast.
I love it.
Absolutely love it. Moved. Would you drive the people to the end of the race now,
yeah.
Dear Deb?
So of those energies that you selected, if you selected 1, 2, 3, pick one that you want to work with, because that's the one we're going to brainstorm on, and that's what we're going to use the last couple of minutes for, is to brainstorm. So go ahead and grab whichever of those energies calls to you the most, and it really is, again, there's no right answer. If it's more than one energy, that's fine. But I will tell you the brainstorming might be a little bit more difficult. So I encourage you to really think about or really let yourself feel which of these energies is the one that calls to you the most. Like you like your logical brain might be saying, you should pick this one. But the little like child in you is going, oh, but we want that one. Listen to the child just for the hell of it. Nobody's grading this. Nobody's, judging your performance or anything of that sort. So pick the energy that calls to you the most out of those energies that you selected from. And then the very last part is going to be brainstorming, y'all. And this is where we're going to actually come out with something concrete from it. Here's what I believe, y'all. The world and life does not care what you think, like, want, or intend. It doesn't. The world only moves for you when you act. So every session that I do always ends with giving you something practical, some sort of practical action that you can take to your life. So take that energy, and we're going to start to brainstorm about areas in your work life where you could apply that energy. We're going to brainstorm ideas for things that you could bring to your next startup meeting, to your next planning project, to solving problems, to making decisions, celebrating wins, giving feedback, collaborating, some way to celebrate the end of your workday, onboarding new people, running retrospective, sharing updates. Think about those things as you come up with brainstorming ideas of how you could bring that energy to your work.
Deb, I'm totally fascinating by this extraction for the template. And I think most of the participants, they will love to learn, maybe how they can use it in a professional context with a team or I don't know.
Well, first of all, it's beautiful. So the colors themselves, right there, y'all, the color is just going to, in most of our beige working environments, our monochrome work, not that there's something elegant about monochrome, I'll admit that, but there's a point where it's like, oh my God, give me some color. So right away, color is going to people like interested immediately. Some of them will be like, this is childish. And you're going to be, yes, it is. Let's have fun. Let's play. And then, it really, it's a safe way for people to really investigate what in their life, if they put it back in, would make life a little bit more enjoyable. I mean, it's really that. It's a safe way. And you can see we've gone through this. How much time did we have? 25 minutes, Boris? I mean, you could shorten this a little bit if you wanted to and use it for an icebreaker for something if you wanted to, the template. I think it could totally be used at that. You could use it at the beginning of a project to get an idea of the things that people love doing or the things that light them up. You know, there's so many different.
Amazing. I found a beautiful GIF for you in the chat showing a Rob watching at you. Deb, we're starting to run out of time. I don't know. What do you think the people have achieved with this race to summon their own energy?
I'm loving what I'm reading here on the board, by the way. And we don't have enough time to share. Usually what I would do is I would be like, hey, does someone want to share?
Of course.
If someone is like dying to point out, we've got 30 seconds. You can have 30 seconds if someone wants to come off mute.
30 seconds. You put your name on the chat and I can promote you and unmute you if you want to share. But one participant, 30 seconds. We don't have a lot of time, so it's now.
Do. And everyone who's anxious at like deadlines is like, oh, shut up.
I think they're all super anxious to be on the stage right now. So maybe we have those last 15 seconds and we will take you to the full template, because everything you have experimented today is available since yesterday on the Mirrorverse. And
it's free, y'all. It's on the Mirrorverse and it's free.
Okay, Deb, you got it. You can present your work by yourself. You don't need any more my talent.
Boris, I'm sorry.
You have reached the top creator level. Congratulations.
So what Boris is talking about, so you're probably looking at that beautiful pink place there. The color just makes me so happy. I can't even tell you. Clotilde, I don't know, woman, you are like connected to me through my brain. So what at the top is literally the template that we just did. And you can go onto the Mirrorverse on Miro.com. I think it's Miro.com, isn't it? Is it .com or is it .co?
The link, you have the button, get your copy, and you just have to click on it, and woo, you
got your own copy. Yay! And then you can
There's something more than the template today, because I want to make a surprise to you. You didn't see that.
Boris, you made me a little weepy when I peeked at the board last night, and I was like, I can't believe he included this.
So we're growing together, Deb. So
abundance. What did I tell you all? Abundance.
When you win, we win. So speak a bit about Mostly Human.
So Mostly Human is my newsletter. It's a free newsletter that I have, and I literally talk about just the stuff that I'm doing as a mid-career. Well, what am I saying? Middle-age. I'm not even middle-aged anymore. I'm older than middle-aged. As a 56-year-old woman who was laid off from work and decided to start a business, who taught herself AI and is attempting to teach other people how to, use AI to, unleash their creativity or their joy or whatever it is. And it goes out every Sunday or every Monday morning, and you can sign up. I believe the sign up is somewhere on here. It's at the link that I put in the chat, the AIconfidential.net, and you'll get it every Monday morning in your inbox. And I always have a freebie every week. There's something free. This last week, it was a GPT that I created to help you create prompts like I do, which is my Rocco formula. And there's always a good prompt in there that you can use for something to do with your week. And then any other opportunities that I think that people would find interesting. And it's just me kind of talking to people and being like, am I alone? Am I talking? Yeah.
But Deb, I think it's the best time to also announce. So you can push the read now button and subscribe to the newsletter directly. You can wait for the next monthly remote brief. Speaking about a creator, there will be a specific Rocco prompt section provided by Mostly Human. And I'm super happy because we also have, deal this partnership 2 days ago before the show, yeah, especially for you guys. We will release in our hub in no time. Yeah, for our member, a new platform, a new environment where you can find some prompts you can use and abuse. And all the prompts they will be provided by mostly human and Deb and Queen. So I believe you don't want to miss our next membership program starting in yeah, February 2026. This is a rendezvous.
And can I just say, I would not have done Mostly Human. I wouldn't have had the chutzpah to do Mostly Human if Boris hadn't given me the opportunity to do the Our Generation newsletter, y'all. So I've been doing the Our Generation newsletter since March. And he was so wonderful about dealing with me, like, how do I do a newsletter? Blah, 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 blah. And so then when it was time to start a business, I was like, well, I've already been doing it with Our Generation. So now little experiments. Boris believed in me. I don't know
But
how. It's
I
like,
believe in you since the first day, and today is yeah, was a special opportunity for the community to say thank you to you, Deb, for everything you have done for this community, for the growth of this community, and every day on LinkedIn and every week. She is writing the Remote Espresso, so if you love the Remote Espresso, it's just because of her.
oh, stop it.
Guys, I think we have been way far too much in a sentimental way. So I would really appreciate now we can make this wonderful show. I didn't expect less than you that for this really specific show. I know maybe some participants didn't expect to have two friends laughing and speak out loud online. Yeah, showing yeah, a multicolored template on Miro. But yeah, it was a very special webinar. I announced it, so I'm not disappointed. And I have something for you guys. Yeah, of course, Miro is providing a lot of support to this community to make those webinar workshop live. The only way you can support us, of course, is becoming a paid members for the Air Generation community. I guess from $5 per month, it's not that big for you, but it's important for us. And if you don't want that, or if you want in addition, you can just give your opinion. It's a 3-minute survey, like 1, 2, 3.
Feedback.
Yeah, it's just a feedback to help us.
It's feedback, y'all. That's how you can help this community. Really, is it helps us with Miro, because then they're like, oh, Our Generation is actually doing something halfway decent. We're doing freaking awesome. Like the caliber of the designs. Like, look at this board. It's freaking beautiful, y'all. And it's because of Our Generation. So give us some feedback if you can. It won't take very long. You just click on the little button. It'll take you to a little Notion thing. Just say, hey, this is what I like. This is what I didn't like. This is how you can get better. That would be huge. We would absolutely love that. And I just took it over from you again, Boris. Man,
no. You just no. I hire you, so there's nothing I can say.
It's the little pink button above the yellow squares there where it says feedback, part 5, feedback. And I think we have like 3 minutes left. So I got to go look in the chat, see what I missed in the chat, because I was so engrossed. Subscribe. Yay. Thank you both. So good. Yay. Good deal.
That's very kind, guys. It's time to say goodbye. So as every good tradition on this webinar, we are opening the soundboard reaction if you want for all of you. So now all of you can go in the React menu and you can activate the sound and ring the bell with me by the end of these workshops. I really appreciate all your participants, guys. Yes.
That's my favorite.
If you want to turn the cameras on to say goodbye and to say thank you, Deb, that was fantastic. Next month, we have a Portuguese president of the AI that will come and release a very new template fueled by Miro AI. So you don't want to miss this, I believe.
Yeah, it's you know, and what I love about it. Well, there's the other thing that I love about our community is that it is people from all over the world. It is just awesome. Like how many people that I've gotten to meet from parts of the world that I would have never met had it not been for our generation. So like all of the people like Usama and you and Rodrigo and Clotilde and, you know, other people from the US. Like I met a guy from Minnesota, but I met him here in our generation. Go figure, you know.
I know where this guy is, just on the screen. Guys, I have promote you as a facilitator. If you want to unmute now, you can. Yeah, we can have 5 minutes for a chit chat. If you have any question for Deb, we are staying 5 more minutes. It's really up to you. If you have anything to say, it's your turn.
Hey, can I be heard? This is Steve.
Yes, of course.
We can hear you, Steve.
Great. Steve in Minnesota. Really, really grateful for this workshop. Also, the newsletters. I read through that digital hoarding content, and I saw it in the morning, and I'm like, I got to come back to it. And I went back. It was just wonderful. I just want to really thank you for the attention to detail, the amount of spirit that's in those, and I really think they're a tremendous glue for the community, and let alone, you know, offering this today. You know, for me, I just want to draw a little bit more, and you know, I got, by the end, there are just 4 simple ways that I can incorporate that in my day that I think is, I can feel an elevation in my just energy. So thank you, and looking forward to next month. And thanks, Boris, for, of course, everything.
Thank you, Steve. And you can find back this guy in the next. It will be a very special edition because it will be full of pumpkin. But on 30th of October, you have, of course, our remote co-working with Tatiana and Steve. And yeah, I know everybody experiment wants to be every month on this session. I'm sure your participation, Steve, is not hazardous. So thank you so much for your participation and implication. We have Shelly that was promoted.
Shelly's like, heck no, hell no.
I don't know what's happened.
No.
If you want to present your cat, you can also present your cat. He looks very nice. So I really appreciate this.
Oh, what a beautiful kitty.
This is the part of the remote world. No problem, Shelly. Don't be shy. Thank you for your participation.
Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate you participating.
So
it doesn't happen without y'all. That's the reality. It would just be a beautiful board just sitting there without the humans participating.
Beautiful board, a beautiful day, and beautiful people. And of course, Deb, yeah, it's everything that's happened to you is because you belong and you deserve it. So congratulations. I think you're a full and accomplished creator now. No doubt.
So are you telling me now that I need to fill up my mentor profile?
Yes, of course. This is for you. Hey, Nicole, we have something about Nicole. I think it would be great to have her. I don't see where is Nicole. Yeah, here. And Nicole, I don't know if you can unmute yourself. Yes, I haven't mute you, so you can say a word.
I didn't actually mean to talk. I was just trying to. I have my camera turned off. And just giving a warning that Butter can't see my camera, and I'm like, no, I know it's on purpose. But whenever I keep pushing the button to make it go away, then the button underneath it is the raise your hand button.
That's a lot of excuses there, Nicole.
I know, I was asleep.
Something nice to get. So your time. I think the universe order it.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll say out loud what I said in chat. I use Mural extensively, like Mural, not Miro. I mean, know it inside out and backwards, and have used it for over 500 workshops. I haven't seen Miro in 2 years, and I cannot believe how far it has come during that time. It is so gorgeous now.
Yep.
Nicole, you can come to my workshop every month if you like, and we'll start to make serious things with Miro and you, okay?
Nicole, part of the
Sounds
reason why it's
wonderful.
gorgeous is because of the design skills of Boris and Clotilde. Like, they've elevated, like, creating the templates. They've elevated it to a whole nother level. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Nicole, for your, non-planned participation, guys. If we're good at, we can leave you for now. It was a wonderful session with a lot of unexpected things. Karin, thank you so much. I'll see you maybe not on the day 22. My agenda screwed something, but I know on 23 we can manage something. And for the other, you can find me on the community. You can find her on the community. You can chat. You can even start to engage mentoring one-on-one session. Enjoy the world, enjoy the community, enjoy the creativity, and thank you once again for your participation, guys. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Love you.